What's going on, guys? Theo here again with another King of Fighters All-Star video. So today we have the promised Dellons summon video. Now, initially this was going to be mostly a Dellons summon video, and as you can see here, they both just dropped only a few minutes ago. But Eileene, who is another character, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, I was very excited about. She looks ridiculous. She looks really freaking good. Between having a 100% chance to reset the cooldowns of all of her active skills when she uses her ultimate move drops, I believe, shock damage on the target, no, lightning on the target, and she has, what is that, two sources of lightning, 2 sources of shock, so very, very interesting. I'm very excited for her. As you know, we mostly focus on PvE on this channel. That is more so my bread and butter, the things that I'm interested in personally. So she definitely looks like she's going to be useful for bossing. We already knew that Dellons was going to be great. If you look at this guy, his stats look very promising, and yeah, no surprises here. We knew that on his finishing move he was going to have Blackout there, so very, very cool units. We're very excited for this 7-night second run collab banner. I have not pulled whatsoever for Rudy or Shane. Depends on how this goes. Basically what we're going to do is we have enough to go to pity for the characters. Hopefully we get either one of Dellons or Eileene. I will take Rachel's, but I would prefer not to. But either way, we're just going to hope that we get one of these two on these polls on the way to the pity, which is 20 multi-summons, and then we will move on to the cards, where we will again hopefully get their specials somewhere in that 15 pull multi. So before we get started, I want to thank you guys again for watching these videos. Again, I did promise that there was going to be some updates for the channel, and we'll kind of get into those a little bit in this summoning video, but let's go ahead and jump right in. Let the shaft begin here. So no whammies, no whammies. Let's see what happens. We wouldn't get lucky enough to get one of them on the first summon, but there is red, and of course not. We'll skip that. So yeah, well, as far as kind of getting into the things that we're going to be doing here on the channel, of course, we mainly cover mobile games here, so King of Fighters All-Star being my main game, and then I also, as you saw the other day, play Fire Emblem Heroes and also Grand Summoners. So those 3 games I will be mainly focusing on, but when it comes to going forward, we are going to, hey, look, A-King, shout out to Ty, my guild leader. But when it comes to kind of the future of things, I am going to be sort of rebranding, so to speak. Can't really rebrand if you've never had a brand, but I am going to be changing not only the channel name, but also the layout. Going to be kind of spicing things up, making it look a little bit more professional around here. Those things will be coming before the end of the year, so look out for those things. They are coming, I promise. But for now, we're just going to kind of be focusing on putting these videos out. Once I get Dellons, I do have enough resources to get him to A5. There will be a video showcasing him, probably, I would say either, if not tonight, definitely tomorrow. But we'll see if I get the time to kind of get into him accurately tonight. Obviously, we are coming up on reset. I did purposefully leave a few things for my dailies undone so that we could kind of test some things tonight. But then a full review will come out later. Probably take a few days to sit on what I am seeing, and we'll go from there. So far, we are, let's see, we are, give or take, about 5 multis in, still have nothing, so, as expected. We were not expecting to make this easy on ourselves, but hey, that's why you get enough to go to pity. You always assume the worst, right? So, plenty of red, though. We're getting plenty of reds, but not a single Fess unit so far. But, hey, we got plenty of time, got plenty of rubies left. It'll happen, right? Has to, at a certain point. And again, nothing. So far, the promised shaft has been real, but I'm very excited about both these units, though. I did max out a full set of 7 Knights Stones, the attack ones for Dellons, so those will be getting added to him the moment I get him, or at least the moment I am able to close this video down and get to building him and testing him. So, very excited to see where those stats go. I've seen some crazy stuff. Actually, one of my guild members has, oh, there's our first Fess. There we go. Let's hope that it's one of the two and not a Rachel. To rate this going, it's probably Rachel. It's on the 4th one. So, all right, Robert. Show us something good. Thank goodness. I'm not sure which one that is. Oh, no, that's Eileene. Perfect. Awesome. So there we go. We have Eileene now. Okay, so this is kind of best case scenario then. We wanted to at least make sure we got one of them. So now going forward, if we do get Dellons, we'll stop. We will not go to pity. We will save the rubies. I need as many rubies as I can get for cards. I really want those option cards, specifically the Eileene option card. Looks very, very, very good. So we are going to be going for those, like I said, after we finish the summons for the characters. But Muto, I believe I'm pronouncing his username correctly. He's in my guild and actually has Shane above 100k CP, which is ridiculous. So these, as we kind of knew with the 7 Knights stones being as strong as they are, if you really look at them, you're basically getting a plus 60% to your attack stat if you have all 3 of them maxed out and slotted onto a 7 Knights character. So it gets pretty nasty with those. Definitely with their stats already being sort of generous, kind of puts them over the top and into more of a ridiculous category. But time will tell as far as how they kind of fare against the meta. Again, all we really care about is how they do in PvE, which definitely these two look like they're going to be very strong for that, which is why I don't necessarily feel too much pressure to go into the other banner. The other 2 units are great, and I really like Shane in general. The thing is they're more so PvP-focused units, not necessarily characters that I would be using for a whole lot elsewise, so might not be something we do. But hey, we'll see. It depends on what our ruby stash looks like. It looks like, however, given how this is going, probably not going to be the best. I do sense that we are going to pity Dellons, but again, we had kind of planned for that, so it is the way it is. Not a big deal. What I really hope is that we don't have to use our pity ticket on his special card, because I would really like to use those on one of the options. But again, we got to do what we got to do. I do know that we have plenty of time on this banner. Not really worried about kind of the cards at this point and getting them all right now. I'm sure that we'll get them eventually. Oh, there's another Fess. It's our 2nd one. So let's see. Hopefully it's Dellons, although we're so close to pity now that it would make more sense just to go for it. And it is Dellons. That is definitely Dellons. Awesome. Okay, well, great. That's awesome. Of course, it's right up against the pity, but that's okay. Maybe later we can go for that. But now, as promised, we will go for cards. So in here, the biggest things that we are looking for, the Abyss of Death and Heavenly Judgment, and then I believe it is Immortal Successor. Yes, that is the 3 that we are mainly looking for here. We'll take any of them at this point. We don't have any of them. So let's see where we go. But awesome. We didn't have to go to pity to get both characters. That is awesome. We actually are so close now that we could probably later on go for a memory. Maybe for Eileene, maybe for Rachel. Because Dellons is definitely going to get done first. And there's, speaking of Dellons, one of the set cards. Perfect. That's great. So let's see now. Oh, the other ultra rare was a Choi. Okay, well, we couldn't get that lucky on the first one, right? So let's go ahead and see what we get with the second multi. Hope for the best here. I see red. All right. So 2 more, unless something else wants to turn red. No. Awesome. Another set card. So now we have 2 of the 3 already. That's awesome. We have another red in here. Not it. Not one of them, but that's okay. So far, 2 multis, 2 cards from the set. That's awesome. So the cards have been proving to be actually a little bit nicer to us and red right off the bat. So that's a good sign. Doesn't mean much at this point, but we'll see. Oh, 3 of them. Okay. We'll take those. No, we don't want to take those. We have no other choice, but... And a Christmas option. It's always weird. Oh, wow. I am plagued by anything K. In fact, I'm pretty sure if that at a certain point I would have been recording during the time I was pulling nothing but K memories, K dupes, and K cards, people would have thought I was kind of making things up or rigging this because it was ridiculous at a certain point. But still, to this day, K seems to follow me around. So not necessarily a bad problem to have, but... Well, there's a dead multi. Nothing there. And the cards I really do feel like are where the biggest pain is going to be because there's so many of them and you want more than just one of each one of them. So there's two, one right off the bat. Hey, there we go. One of the option cards. Awesome. And nada. But hey, another option card. I believe this is the PG. Is it gain or rate? Okay. Obtains 2% power, if it will let me see. Okay, upon using active skills. So not too bad. Not necessarily the one we want in multiples, but hey, we'll take that one. All right, let's see where we end up with on this. No red. Anything going to turn red? But yeah, guys, going forward here, there's going to be more character reviews, being that I have most of my characters at Awaken 5-star, or at least the ones that are interesting or PvP viable, or PvE viable, as it were. I feel like those would be videos that would probably do a lot of guys a lot of good. You know, really, I have done a whole lot as far as playing through the different modes with those characters, pretty much every single one of them on a daily basis. I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on kind of who's ideal for certain situations, kind of ideal scenarios for each. So I'm hoping that kind of going forward we can do more of those videos. Like I said, there will be a formal review on Dellons after a showcase video in the next 2 days here. So again, look out for that. And what do we got there? Is that her finisher? That's her finisher. Great. Awesome. Well, not looking like we are going to be doing very well on cards here towards the end of this banner. It is not looking good. Looking like we are probably going to be going to pity if we are going to want Dellons' finisher card. Really, I hope we get at least one of the finisher cards in this batch, but that's a finisher card, just not one we want. And speaking of Mai, for those of you who don't know this, Mai actually won. There was a vote going on the forum, and much to my chagrin, Fest King was not chosen. Unfortunately, it was Mai, which I kind of had a feeling Mai was going to be a pretty big front runner going into it, and lo and behold, she ended up winning. King did do respectable. She got third. Athena was actually number 2, but hey, you know, what can you do? People are... People are big fans, big fans of Mai, what can I say? And we'll just leave it at that. But, man, I really would like to see another Seven Knights collab card here. That would be awesome if they would stop giving me normal option cards. That's not going to happen. But we're definitely going to pity, and we're definitely going to probably be pitying a special card. I was really hoping that we would get one of them in here, but it is not looking like it's going to happen, which means that we are going to be kind of forced to stay on this banner going forward, probably skip Rudy and Shane, regardless of whatever happens at this point, which kind of sad, kind of not. If there's any collab that is going to see a rerun, it's probably going to be this one because it is a Netmarble property. So just kind of realize that this may not be the last time we see any of these characters. Usually in games like this, if a collab happens and it tends to be owned, or the rights are owned by... Oh, hey, there we go. We got Eileen's card. Perfect. If the rights are owned by the same company, they tend to rerun those. So, something to look out for. But I believe this is our last multi. And we're probably going to continue. I don't want to make this video super long, but being that we are definitely not going to be getting everything that we need this first go-around, we're definitely going to keep going now that we have the characters. Unless this ends up being the special. It's just not. It's... That months ago, for those of you who have been playing this game long enough, months ago, that would have been awesome. This time, not so much. So let's go ahead and keep going here. We have enough for almost another round, which works out. We actually saved enough to just barely miss a second full pity on the card banner, which I'm hoping we don't have to go to pity at this point again, but, you know, it is what it is if we do. At this point, not a big deal. Probably not going for the other two anyway, so my original plan was to maybe go for their finisher cards on the other card banner at a certain point if I saved enough rubies and got lucky enough on the second run, but not looking like that'll happen, which is fine. Again, I don't mind. We got pretty lucky as far as getting the characters before the pity, and it is what it is. At this point, I'm almost just as happy only to have to focus on cards, which, famous last words, tend to be the tougher thing to pull, unfortunately, because it's a little bit more diluted, but it is what it is. So, again, not getting any Seven Knights collab cards here. I really wish that they would thin out the 5-star card pool on these collabs, for these collabs. Oh wow, 3 red here, so we should hopefully get one. At least one of the 3, I would hope, would be a collab card. No, well, here we go. No. And no, wow. Way too, so this is where the shaft was. It wasn't in the character pool. It was in the card pool. Yikes. Well, what can you do, right? It is what it is. And there's another 2, unless something else wants to turn red, which it won't. But number 5 and number 7, I believe. So after this one, no. Good gosh, oh, wow. Another non-collab card. Yikes, this is getting rough. It's definitely looking like we're going to be going for cards quite a bit. Quite a bit. Let's see. Number 4. Wow. They really do not want to give us these cards. They just... This is brutal. They are laying it on thick at this rate. Wow. And there's another 2 shots at getting disappointed. There's number 1. Oh, man. Yeah, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Oh, there's another one. I think that's... I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we already have that one. Okay, well, at least it's a collab card. I'm pretty sure we didn't get the Rudy one. That's the one we're missing. So, rip. What can you do? It would really be nice to get at least one of the Eileene cards, but number 10, last one. That's number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 10's another Christmas card. Again, it is weird to me every time I see a Christmas card now, outside of the Christmas holiday. I guess now we're getting close enough for it to make some sense, but I seem to get those way too often. Let's see, is this another dead multi? Nope, number 4. So, 3, and another one of those option cards. Okay, well, we'll take those. It's not a big deal. It's a pretty good card. Again, not what we want, but we will take it. But we'll definitely be using that pity, it looks like, on the Dellons special. Probably going to have to go and use the second pity on the Eileene option at that point, because it is not looking like we're going to be ending up with them after 2 multis worth of rubies here. So, well, just shy, but close enough for it to count. I think it counts, but... Let's see here. Nothing going to turn red? Okay. All right. Think we are down to the nitty-gritty. A few more. I think we're going to be about 1 multi off of another pity is what that's going to end up looking like. We'll see. But something turned red. Anything? No. Definitely, if you are pulling for cards, I hope you have good luck, because it's tough out here. It is definitely tough out here. All right, what do we got? No more red. No more red. They've stopped even giving us red in general now, so I think that we are getting what we're getting at this point. Yeah, we're going to be 1 multi away from a second pity here, but hey, it is what it is. We'll use that Pity ticket on Dellons' finisher, unless that wants to be it, which would be very clutch, and I highly doubt, but stranger things have happened. Let's see. Another Eileene special. All right, well, it's a thing. We could always use 2 of them, so we are out of, well, not out of, but that is as many as we can use right now. At reset, I'll be able to go again. But let's go ahead and collect all of this and acquire, as I stated before, the special card for Dellons. And we have all kinds of diamonds. All kinds of diamonds. But that's going to be for a different time. So let's see here. Where is... Alright. That's it. Perfect. Awesome. So, to kind of summarize here, we didn't do too bad. We ended up getting a decent amount of the cards. I believe we're 1 card off of a set for the set cards for 7 nights. And then we are, of course, the 1 Eileene option card away from finishing the option cards. And hey, we got both of the finishers. In the case of Eileene, we have 2 of hers, which is great. We can use those. Both of these characters, again, look phenomenal. I am very excited. In fact, after I get done with this and wrap this up, I'm going to go straight into building Dellons, and then I will be posting a showcase as soon as I can get it done. But again, guys, big changes coming to the channel. Stay tuned for that. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you comment below, like this video. If there's anything in the future, any of these characters that I have built that you would like to see a PvE showcase for, just let me know down in the comments. Either way, I appreciate everything, and you guys have a great, great night. Peace.